Hi, today I'm making a cranberry white chocolate pound cake. This was a really special occasion and I wanted to try this recipe. So we're going to begin with 1.5 cups of softened butter, 3 cups of granulated sugar. We'll have also 3 cups of cake flour, and we're going to be using a 4-ounce bar of white chocolate. We are using a teaspoon of baking powder, and then we're going to use a teaspoon of vanilla as well as a teaspoon of white chocolate extract. I know that's a thing. We're also using 6 eggs and a softened 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Now, we're going to cream the butter and cream cheese together. That's the way you should do it. For some reason, I forgot that I was making a cream cheese pound cake at its core and ended up adding the cream cheese later, but that's fine. Cream the butter and cream cheese, and then you can add the granulated sugar a little bit at a time. And we're going to just continue to blend that. The key always is you don't want to overmix. I know it's a little bit of a delicate balance, but if you overmix the pound cake, it's not as tender a crumb. So you want to try to mix it well, and but not do too much. Okay, so after everything is mixed, we're going to go ahead and add our 6 eggs one at a time. They should be room temperature, right? And we're just going to blend, and then next we'll add our flour. So our 3 cups of flour. Now, kind of a pro tip, I literally sift my cake flour again, and then I add my baking powder to the dry mix. Right, and then I'm adding that into the wet batter. Next, we're going to add the 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 teaspoon of white chocolate extract into the mix. We're going to add that at the very end, and that's what's going to give us our white chocolate flavor. Next, we're going to take our dried cranberries. So I've taken about 1/2 cup of, to 3/4 cups of dried cranberries, and I'm adding those to the cake batter. So you're going to fold those in, and then I've prepared my pan, and so you're going to transfer your batter to the prepared pan, and we're going to bake at 350 degrees for at least 90 minutes. Okay, you can do a toothpick test to see if that's done. It should come out clean. And then we're going to take 1/2 cup of fresh berries, right? And I'm going to prepare the cranberries. So I have a whole video on how to prepare these cranberries, but essentially you're going to boil them. You're adding them to sugar, and you can see I'm shaking it around here so that the berries will be coated. It looks like snow on the berries, so that makes a very pretty presentation. I put those berries on parchment paper so they can dry, and then I am preparing my icing, my white chocolate icing. So this is where I'm using 1 cup of powdered sugar, and I'm that 4-ounce block of white chocolate, and we're just going to melt that. You can melt in the microwave 15 seconds and blend that. You're going to mix that white chocolate up, and then you're going to mix it into the powdered sugar. Okay, so could have done this a little bit more elegantly, but essentially what you're doing is you're adding the white chocolate to the powdered sugar. I probably should have added the powdered sugar to the white chocolate. And adding milk, a little milk if you need to thin it out. Next, you're going to pour over the cooled cake, right? And again, you can make this as thick or as thin as you like. Consistency works for me. I had a few lumps, so that's why I knew I should have mixed my white chocolate and powdered sugar differently. Well, next my cranberries have dried in the granulated sugar, and I'm going to just put them on the cake in groups of 3 and make them look like cranberry bushes, I guess. I've added a few sprigs of rosemary, and I've let the cake cool, and it turned out very pretty. It looked very festive for this holiday season, and that is a cranberry white chocolate pound cake.